Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Perfect religious wife is having an affair. I left on the spot after her confession. Now she is guilt-tripping me and threatening with self-deletion. Need help. Advice. Sorry for any mistakes in my writing, as I am not well educated and also English is not my language. Me 33 and my wife 28 have been married for 6 years. Usually people say they have ups and downs in marriage, but I thought we didn't have downs in my marriage. Because she always ahead in everything, always wake up exact time in the morning, do her duties, cooking, going jobs and so on. Always advise me what to do. I always seek advice from her. I have not completed my education properly and working in job that pays good to run a life without debt but not a great pay. She on the other hand has income of 10 times better than me as she is working in IT firm. A little background before we met. I was doing an automobile business and lost all the money and my home and cars and then girlfriend due to my ex-friends who betrayed me and ran away with money. That's the different story. After that I left my home and was staying in different state and lost my hope for the life. Then friend of mine introduced poker. I learned about the game and even though first 3 months I lost a lot, then I became very good and won some decent money and was doing pretty well. I still proudly say I have no bad habits, never drink or never smoke. Life was going good. I forgot the betrayal and basically was thinking that karma will take its course in them and started to heal. I regularly go to particular church every Sunday. Then one day a beautiful girl approached me and asked me where I'm from as I didn't speak their state language. I was surprised because 1. I usually don't speak to locals easily and I'm an introvert. 2. She was so beautiful and I never seen her but she seems to know about me. Anyway, I told I'm from different state and some info, not my personal life. She told me that she was observing me for quite some time, and was really amazed how I'm focused in praying and in mass. God was the only hope for me to keep going, so in that time I gave myself to God. She seems to have observed that as she was in the choir team, and I was always in the front row. We started talking every Sunday after church. I was carefree and I didn't have to worry about anything good in poker. After knowing her for 6 Sunday talks, she invited me for lunch in her house and asked for my number. I was a little excited and scared at the same time. I was an outsider and she was way off of my league and was perfect in any sense. I went to her house and it was a great lunch and her family was great. Especially her dad, who is an honest, simple man. He asked me what I was doing here and explained a little version of myself. They felt a little uncomfortable, because I'm just doing poker, which is not a career or going anywhere in life. But I was honest and told them that at least I'm not hurt anymore and going with the flow of life. After lunch she told me she wanted to go someplace with me on my bike. I was surprised her parents allowed it as we are from a very traditional country. Even though that state is full of foreign people, still it's conservative country when it comes to dating. We rode our bike for 1.5 years and after that she asked for some personal details, because at this age I was not still married and being loner. I felt real friendship and opened up fully myself. Still I was feeling that she is friendly with me like others and try to help. Because of those 6 of knowing her, she pretty much knows everyone in the circle and helps in so many ways, both religious and friendship wise. After 2 hours of talking at almost 6 o'clock in the evening, she asked me what my future plan was and whether I ever intend to marry someone in the future. I told her no, because I was already almost 27 and not really have hope in a relationship anymore. But she assured me it was not a big deal, and convinced me to live a life with goals and ambitions. I argued with her that it was not for me, but she insisted she was never wrong. I'm not going to bore you with all other romantic life of ours. It was not much. We started talking regularly, developed feelings for each other and got married after 8 months of dating/knowing. We never had sex in the 8 months, never hugged 2 times, kissed, that's all. It was no big deal. As I already mentioned, we are from conservative background. Marriage happened, both families were happy, my mom was really happy, because she thought I would never get married. My father died a few years ago. The first night was great, we both were shy and excited. I had past sexual relationship, but what surprised me was she was still virgin even at the age 26. When I asked her how and why, she told me she was waiting for the right partner. Hearing those words from her made me stand on top of the mountain. The honeymoon period was good and great. We had at least 2 times sex per day. Even though I wanted little more, I never asked or forced her. Even though I know most of thing about sex, I was not ready to pressure my sexual desire on her or ask her. In my eyes she was an angel and I didn't want to upset her even with my single word or act. Life was good. I stopped playing poker for a while. I had a bunch of money and I was newlywed, that's why. The problem started after 3 months of marriage. I came to know there was a tournament with a good prize pool, and I really wanted to play. So I informed her that I will be playing that tournament, and that's when the first bomb dropped on my lap. She wanted me to quit playing poker and get a job, any job but not poker. I was a little confused and asked her what she meant. She told me poker is not a way of earning money, it's gambling and it's not hard-earned money. I agreed with her on some points and explained myself about the game also, but she succeeded by giving an ultimatum to either poker or her. Of course I chose her. Even though poker was not my dream, it was somewhat my passion and medicine. After that I found a job in a trading company and have been working ever since there. It's not even big company, but I'm not that same state guy and not educated, so I got that jobs only. My wife on the other hand has got promoted and have doing great in her field, but never dominated me or shoved her success in me. But we don't have children even though we have regular sex. I have checked and confirmed I'm healthy to reproduce. But I scared to bring that topic to her, because few months back she told me she will rather die than living without children. So didn't brought that topic. I never went to her company celebrations. One time she even mentioned me that I won't like that events. Now come to current situation. I wanted to watch Witcher for long but had never had a time, but last Sunday I was free and wanted to watch. I asked her whether she wanted to watch, which replied she just wanted to take rest. I said okay and started Netflix, and it was great, but so many sexual senses I tried avoid and forward most of the time, but she was laying on the sofa and made a command that she understood why I want to see these series so much. I asked her what she meant. She said you know already and left to bedroom. I was confused and paused it and went to talk to her, and she was crying and apologized to her. I told her I didn't know it had nude scenes of this much and told her we'll never look at it again. But I didn't know there was going to drop on my head. She told me she wanted to tell me something, and that she was sorry, and listened to her. I was little confused and scared because the wife I know will never do anything wrong or stupid. I told her it's okay and told me anything, not knowing I'm going to hear about the infidelity of my wife. She told me she has been having an affair with her boss for a few months and doesn't know how to tell me. She realized I was so faithful and loyal to her, doing everything for her, even though the first time it happened was an accident. She continued because he always sweet-talked, guilt-tripped her and begged for love. When I hear those, there was a heavy sound on my left ear. I almost fainted and was not able to move my legs for 2 minutes. She told me when I saw some women on TV lustfully, that's when she realized how much she is betraying me. She can't bear her husband looking at some acted nude girl, but ducking her boss was okay. I wasn't even that lustful. I was surprised and taken back by that senses, but not deeply into it. I didn't know what to, but because I never prepared slightly to that nuclear bomb. I got up, took my mobile and wallet, and started walking. She was crying loudly, asking where I was going. Just sit and talk to me and anything is forgivable, and give her a chance to explain. That's when I lost it. I asked, you want to forgive for her ducking affair? I lost drop respect when you said this, and walked out of the house. She ran behind my back and I shouted and ran away. She might embarrassed by the neighbors seeing us. She didn't follow me afterwards. May she went to take a car or I don't know. Anyway, I was walking for almost 3 hours, then I realized I'm broken and had to do something or else I'll die by walking. I went to a nearby ticket booking office and booked a ticket and reached my state and my home. My mom asked me what I was doing here. Suddenly I told her I'm done with this life. I told her I needed some sleep and will talk to her in the morning. She was confused and said okay. My brother asked me what I was doing here and asked where is my wife. It's his house, he bought it, but before that we were renting that house for a long time. That's why I always felt it's our home. Even though he asked me kindly, I realizes it's not my home and told him I'll be gone in few hours. I have talked with mom and told her that we are divorcing and not to ask anything and left. She was confused, asked me to tell properly, but I told her again I'm done with this life. I left home and stayed in the hotel and contacted lawyers. He is a known friend of mine and referred to divorce lawyer, and she told me to wait, as it will take because the other spouse in the other but will be granted divorced. The current situation with my ex-angel/ex-wife, I don't use Facebook or any social media. I blocked her number in my phone. I don't know how many times she tried. She has no idea I'm in my state, because she still hasn't called my mom. But in SMS text she was explaining how devastated she is. Telling me to come home and talk straight. How she accepted my past dark things and see only good things in me but not me doing the same. How I took a vow to be with her forever but just ran in a bad time like that. It was long SMS. I don't know what to think about it. She is telling me in her last few messages that she thought I was a good partner but now realize I'm her soulmate and can't live without me. How her thought of betrayal and guilt is killing me. She tried to end herself but stopped when thinking about me etc. After that I didn't read remaining. If I keep reading I would change my mind to contact her or even to know her story. So I deleted all messages without reading because if I keep it I may read it and weaken myself. It's true she has many great and good qualities but cheating destroyed everything of her. I'm posting here because I'm an introvert and basically has no friends. I don't usually be friends with anybody due to past trauma of friendships betrayal. Just wanted to vent and hear some kind words. Will post after some about divorce. Thank you. Please forgive me for my English and grammatical error. Thank you. Folded hands, folded hands, folded hands. Keep moving ahead with the divorce. She's manipulating you with her threats of suicide. She manipulated you into quitting poker and she's trying to get you to back her cheating ass. Change your number completely and stay no contact till after the divorce. I'm doing the same only. Dude, she doesn't sound balanced. I'd stay no contact and let your attorney deal with it. I'd tell her family about it because of her threats to herself. And threatening self-harm just backfired on her. That says a lot about her ability to manipulate when she doesn't get her way. Maybe tell her family you were confused what to do, up until she threatened self-harm. Stay no contact. Let your attorney do the communicating. Get her out of your home. Man, I'm sorry, but your angel turned out to be the devil. Think that she not only betrayed you and continued to lie for a long time, she cruelly humiliated and insulted you as a husband and lover. Such insults are not forgiven by real proud men, and women, of course, and you are a real man, loving, loyal, faithful. Now she is trying to manipulate you and behaves like tens of millions of cheaters around the world. Don't believe a word she says. If she's so remorseful, then why did she have no hesitation in constantly FG her boss for a long time? You reacted correctly to the betrayal and immediately left. You are right when you think that the only decision in such a situation is a divorce. Don't show her your weakness, don't talk to her, only through a lawyer. You did her a favor, sacrificed your innermost desires when you decided to stay with a woman who is not able to bear children. And how did she repay you? Now is the right time to start moving on, to find a loving honest woman, to create a real family and have children. You deserve a new amazing wife, you deserve sons and daughters. You'll be such a wonderful father. Just don't give up, just go ahead. And may God help you. A few months. Continue what you started. She has nothing to explain, there is no reason to cheat. You're not alone. For me, when I decided to divorce, she hasn't existed since the next second. But first of all, you talk to the lawyer to contact and notify HR of their relationship. Kept us updated. I informed her father of what happened in decent way. He told me to come and meet him. I told him we'll meet him after the divorce. He asked how easily I'm saying that I want to divorce her. I told him he don't the hurt and pain I'm experiencing right now, and I'm very serious. Small correction, sir, I'm not sure if she can bear children or not. I tested myself, that's all. Sacrifice is a big word. I just accept what life gives us, but infidelity, I never thought I'll be experience this hell of a pain. You need to tell your family, her family, everyone what's going on. And if he has a spouse, she deserves to know. They both need consequences. Your wife is not remorseful. She's making a lot of excuses and trying to put blame back onto you. Nope, there is no excuse for cheating. Carry on with the divorce. She seems unhinged in some ways. Tell her that self-deletion is a sin. Maintain your course of divorce, my dude. I know how blunt my response may seem, but I guarantee you that this is just the tip of a very nasty iceberg. Right now she is trying to manipulate you into coming back. Don't fall for it. She had more than enough opportunities to stop the affair before it even became an affair, but she didn't. Corporate ladder or not, she's been using those legs to climb high in every sense without a second thought to you. This will be a very hard time for you right now. But understand that you're doing the right thing for yourself. Continue to do so and try to find some solace and support with family. And don't close yourself off from having friends. Now is the time to have them. Only keep contact with her at a minimum and only with your attorney. Everything else is North Carolina. Inform her family of her issues so that she has their ear instead of trying to trap you. She stopped being your problem the moment she cheated on you. I won't lie to you, bud, it's going to get messy. So stay strong. Good luck, dude, and keep us posted. We're here for you. What's the use of going to her friends and family will come to know that I was sucker for not knowing of anything. Don't fall for her bullshit. Go through with the divorce. Doing all this will make any peace. No, I simply will leave all in the past than dealing with all this. Thank you, it's hard but I'll try. Sure will do. Her dad no, my mom no, but other than that I don't care to tell anyone and just want to move on. Sorry sir, I was deep dark place when I was writing. I tried paragraph but was deep to look for perfect. Sorry. You don't have a kid, so run. Lot of people here stuck because they're kids. My suggestion is you just continue to be nice with her, and at the same time proceed to divorce with your lawyer. When the time come, you just disappear. If she suffer from consequences of her fidelity, may God help her to live with guilty to the end of story. We need to teach a cheater a lesson, divorce or not, both people will suffer. Exactly my thought. She told me poker is a gambling, not an honest way to earn money, but affair and self-deletion thoughts are okay. Wow, when you read a reply I learned some harsh truth. Thank you. Simple as that. Thank you. Sorry and thank you. Thank you sir. You have to make a decision on if you want to try and work things out or not. When it is a boss-subordinate relationship, that is a power dynamic, and the supervisor can manipulate the situation. I am not saying she is at fault. She had the power to stop it. She made a choice not to. If it is a pretty large company and you do want to work it out, my suggestion is as follows. First step, tell her she must go to her HR department and file a complaint against her boss saying he used his power to have sexual relationship with her, and used manipulation techniques to do this. Now, if he did not, she will need to confess and say she pursued him. If this is the case, I would cease all contact. If this is a case of manipulation, and she does this, she needs to immediately look for a new job. Even if the pay is half, she needs to take it. These are signs she will do whatever to make it work. Next, any social media, and her phone, computers, laptops, you have complete access to them. You get the passwords to her social media, and she stays off of it until you are comfortable. Track her on her phone. If not, do what you are doing and restart your life. Pointing finger, pointing finger, pointing finger, this op. What's the use of going to our if I don't want to reconcile? Why should I tell her what to do? I said if you want to reconcile or decide to. That would be if you want to. Not if you are not. It amplifies the problem that she could come home to you each day and act like things were normal. You were betrayed and probably would have caught on if you had not trusted unconditionally. You mentioned you learned things pretty well. Playing poker, you must have learned what emotions can do to your thinking. You can't punish her other than by living your life well. Oh, you can also tell her boss's spouse if he has won. It's the right thing to do. Also see a lawyer for an initial consultation. She realizes you are her soulmate after backstabbing you every day for months. Sure thing. Sorry you got shredded this way. Her and her baggage are not your problem. Forge ahead. Whatever she does, it was done solely to hurt you and because she's a ducking coward. If she threatens suicide again, call 911. If she's really suicidal, she'll get the help she needs, and if not suicidal, bet she'll never threaten that again. We are not from US, so we are totally different continent. Only you know if you can forgive her and whether trust can be rebuilt. Some good points were made about forcing her to go to HR and quit her job. I'd go another step. She needs to confess to the APS, if there is one. Also, admit her failings to her parents, friends and family. She cheated in secret, she needs to repent in public. I'd also sue her workplace as well and force them to fire the AP. I'd also tell her that if we got back together you will be playing poker occasionally but keep your job. Those are the minimum demands. If she balks at any of them, you need to be firm that you are done. Use your poker face. You know how to keep your emotions from showing on your face. I would say that those demands aren't going to ensure that you stay with her, but rather they are the minimum to try. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.